I think the most frustrating thing is definitely going to be like the laws that I'm not going to be able to pass. But yeah, 5 years begins now with... Alright, buddy. It's you and me until... You know, I'll make the first one 4 years because I don't like the idea of it going from, 41 to 46 and that sort of stuff. We'll go from 40 to 45 and so on and so forth. Okay, immediately you have an illegitimate government. Alright, serfdom's already been abolished by capital taxation. Okay, you're doing pretty well. It's not a bad start. It's not a bad start at all, actually. Alright, we can import grain. Do we have any, like, buildings at all? No, just a trade center. Okay. Dude, that's such a huge deficit of grain. Okay, yeah, let's make that up. So we need about 800. What's our tech like? Not bad. We need to go for intensive agriculture as soon as possible. God, we're gonna have, like, no impact on these nations. Alright, in the interests of going quick, do this, shift ourselves over to iron frame buildings. What's our economic law? I never checked. Interventionism. Okay, that's pretty decent, actually. Dude, Q actually starts in a great position. What? One of the best GDP per capita in the world. What happened, man? We have access to the Spanish market as well. I suppose, yeah, that's the importing. We're importing for Spain in total. I really wish there was a way to look locally. This is my one gripe. This is a significant gripe for me when it comes to Victoria 3. I can't tell what my pop needs and such are because it includes me in the Spanish market. Which means you can, which means you can't really prepare very well for independence. So I kind of have to guess. So instead of focusing on grain and rice and such, we're going to go straight for industry. Shift tools over to pig iron tools and build more of them. All right, as we start to near the end of the first year, we've done all right, I think. He says, with significant issues with iron and such. That's okay. I've not really had much of a chance to affect change here. But to be fair, no, we have increased the GDP by a decent margin. I mean, so what's up? 600k increase. I don't know what the percentage is on that. But it's not a bad start. We've definitely impacted this area for the better. Number 35 GDP worldwide. I think that's how we'll rank at these things, how successful I am. In fact, in the comments down below, if you want to give me a rank out of 10, right? The number out of 10 as to how well you think I did in each nation. We grew the GDP by almost 1 million. That is actually pretty good. Right, the final months. Is there anything else I can do to set them up properly? No, I just hope the AI doesn't screw this up. We'll check back in on this lot later. As the 1st of January comes and goes in an incredibly swift manner, we can switch over to another nation. There we go. Switch nation. Random country. Serbia. Okay. Interesting. I can't wait until it throws me into a war somewhere. Oh. Okay, no, we're good. It's not us. Right. What's Serbia going on? He's building livestock ranches. We've got a bunch of livestock ranches. Assuming part of the Ottoman market. Yeah, that's a shame. GDP of 659k. I want to get that to at least 1 mil. How can we do that? First things first, we'll chuck one of these up there. We don't need a livestock ranch. You're not using soil-enriched farming. You're going for empiricism. Really? Okay. You're using butchering tools. You're not using harvesting tools. Let's use harvesting tools. We don't have that large of a population. Laws-wise, can I do anything with this? I want to grab the rural folk in here as well, and let's see if we can abolish serfdom. It's going to be a really small chance, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, we're not constructing anything. We have a logging camp. The Ottoman market's always going to be low on furniture. I'm thinking for the AI, he's going to not leave the market, right? So let's just focus on building up a decent furniture industry, the iron frame buildings, and we'll focus on that. All right, we have a little bit longer for this one. What's the issue? Iron, I assume? Yeah, okay. We have iron here, which is good. One of the few resources we actually have. Come on, serfdom. Let's go. Really want to set up Serbia nicely. Nice, okay, right, we did it. Perfect. Now, can we switch over to agrarianism immediately? You're taking a while to construct. Okay, you're doing okay, though. Right, the Ottomans have already lost. Let's see how the Cuban GDP is doing. 2.65. They've really done nothing since we took charge. You can see here, they've actually tanked their economy a bit since we took charge. Okay, there's the atmospheric engine. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, atmospheric engine could be quite useful. Does mean we need coal. I'm assuming we can import coal. Actually, that should be enough coal, maybe. At this point, I need to start sorting out our budgets. Let's go back down. Coal's not working for us. Ideally, we import tools, yeah. This one for the Austrians and the Egyptians. That should lower our costs quite a bit. Don't want to bankrupt the nation. So I do need to be wary of that fact. Our income is increasing. Getting agrarianism would be huge here. Come on. Come on, you got this, you got this, you got this. Oh my god, the luck we're getting this one. Okay, pretty decent laws now. Now we go per capita. You're probably going to leave now. Okay, here's what we'll do. Because you'll leave the government, which means we can't actually enact the law. Cancel that, switch over. Okay, we've got to wait for them to calm down a little bit, and then we'll enact professional army. Okay, switch over to Laiths. And we've got to remember we're trying to produce... Wasn't paying attention. Apparently that's gone poorly. I wasn't looking. I didn't reform the government in time. Okay, this actually could be good because we're going to be setting up the Serbians for a more liberal government, which would be quite useful. If the Ottomans, of course, can push through, which they should be able to. Does mean we're bankrupt. But our GDP is Well, that's because our country's been taken. But that's fine. I've still got 3 years to turn it around, all right? All right, here we go. And we have a country back. Perfect. Okay, let's see if we can recover our GDP. This actually should give us the ability to get per capita taxation fairly easily, which is good. So this was, yeah, it's all part of the plan. We need a domestic tools industry. Okay, 3 years. Pig iron tools. We do have an iron industry. GDP's gone up to 1 mil. So we're all good. Budget is not looking great. Ah, perfect. Okay, that will do us nicely. We have a lot of check on our old buddy Cuba. I'm starting to think. Yeah, okay, their GDP is like slightly increased. Do I set up the nation for like my success or for the AI to do better? Because right now we have doubled our GDP, but I don't know that the AI is going to be able to do anything with that. Okay, another one real quick. Perfect. Whilst we have the political clout for it, let's see if we can limit the landowners as much as possible. Because there, as you can see here, political influence is going to be rising constantly. Switch over to luxury furniture. Gonna get some tools, so then we can't get in the tooling market. Oh god, they're back. Do I go for it again? Screw it, we'll go for it. New strategy. Let the Ottomans take care of our rebels. I'm developing this strategy on the fly. I think it's working. We're just forcing through all of the laws we want because we just sort of get rid of all political opponents. Field works, that's nice. All right, Ottomans, let's do this. All right, there we go. Now, can we get Presidential Republic? No, the landowners seem too powerful. Why are we bolstering the landowners? Gotta wait for people to get employed again. We've got to sort out our construction side of things once more. I really think the furniture industry is where our talents lie in terms of the Ottoman Empire. So let's just keep pumping those up. That is a wild GDP graph as we near the end of the year. We have doubled the GDP. I said I wanted to get 1 mil. We've more than doubled it. So I'm pretty pleased with that. We're not going to be able to get through Presidential Republic. And we had 2 revolutions. I'd give myself a 10 out of 10. I think we did quite well. We're turning a profit whilst constructing things. Yeah, GDP's gone up. Am I fleecing my people so I can do that? Yes, but that's fine. But we forced through a lot of change, which is good. We'll see how he gets on 1.6 million. The first was writing down the numbers. So we went from, we increased it by about 1 million, which is pretty decent. Meanwhile, Cuba, let's see how well you did. Okay, good job, guys. You increased it by 200k, if that. Right, next nation. GDP was 67k, 76k. This is, all right. This one's gonna be a dud, lads. Okay, what laws do we have? Nothing, cool. Government. Okay, we're suppressing the intelligentsia. And we don't have a rural, no. We don't have any rural guys? Got nothing? We can't abolish serfdom. All right. We're on our market at least. We import artillery for some reason. Okay. Okay, what resources do we have? My only thought process is to go clothing and export it. What have we got built already? Banana plantations, tea plantations, coffee plantations. My guy, really? Okay, we're getting rid of that. Oh god, you've only got coal and logging camps. Okay, we'll start with some logging camps. This is the worst nation I've ever seen. We'll start to lose money now, but that's fine. We've got wood and fabric as a shortage. Oh my god, I was banking on the fact that we'd have cotton plantations. We don't. Fine, I can sort it out with this. This is a miserable start. We have already increased the GDP significantly. So there's that. Into a nat cultural exclusion. Sure. I'm also going to go ahead and get rid of our barracks. We really don't need it. Really? That's where I'm making notes, cat. You can't just sit down. Yeah, this might be a bit premature, but I'm going to build a tooling workshop. I'm just going to build another construction sector. I don't have too long with this nation. I need to kickstart as much as possible. Okay, we've got cultural exclusion. I don't need a defensive pact. I've already got rid of my army. If I get attacked, it's over. Dude, why do we have so many consumption taxes? Why do we have a consumption tax in this stuff? What is wrong with you? Why porcelain? There's 3 guys in the country that have porcelain. I'm looking at one of them. Mexico, you good? You winning that war? Dude, put me in. Tag me in, coach. I got this. They're actually winning? Oh my god, please put me in Mexico. Please. I can win that war. I can do it. I can do it. I don't think we have anyone employed in the construction sectors. There's not much you can do with this nation. Not without tech, at least. We have almost doubled the GDP, but it's really not going to matter too much the second that the AI gets their hands on this nation again. I've been trying to join the Siamese market. I think that's our best chance of survival. Or, you know, we're -4 away. We need to grow our GDP a decent amount first. That's why I'm making big plays like going for workshops. Bhutan wants to, they'll owe us an obligation if we accept. Okay, sure. So we have an obligation with them. Let's see what the AI does with that. There's that done. We'll now create tools. Let's create a market for those tools. There's a schizophrenic GDP. Grain, but that'll come with next tech. Otherwise, liquor, which is not going to help us at all. Screw it. Why not? Actually, no. Here's what we'll do. We'll build up some basic grain stuff, and we can use that to create liquor for our people. There you go. That's the GDP spike. Right now, come on, let me in. Look at how Cuba's doing. Oh, Mexico, no, you're doing so well. Okay, Cuba's not really doing too much. Serbian GDP, there we go. Look at that, it's outstripped the Cuban. I left them at 1.7 million. They've created another 1 million of GDP on their own. That's going to be because of the different laws I managed to enact. Okay, here's what we do with Switch them over to using these harvesting tools. Soil-enriched farming. Intensive grazing ranch. Can't use to make alcohol. Go make a food industry then. Let's see what we can do here. Because they'll create grain. We use the grain to create a food industry. I'll grow this anyway. There's the tech. There's some societal tech in here. Why were we ever importing fish? Cannot wait to get off this nation. We've grown it a lot. That GDP spike is ridiculous. But like, we just don't have the population for it, man. Especially with this port. It's just so unnecessary. Some convoys. What I probably should have done now that I think about it is drop the port to like a level 1. Create a shipyard. And then I could have made the same amount of convoys happen. Without having 5,000 people employed in the port. That would have been a smarter move, but I didn't realize that until now. I think Mexico, I think it was a white peace. Unless like Brazil lost their war. What I'd like to go on ideally. I want to start a war somewhere and then just see what the AI does to maintain it. Need to create a demand. Realistically, we don't have enough of a domestic market. We need to do something like that. There you go. Start selling off tools. -3. And you. -22. Dude, you're so close. You're so close. Alright, well, unfortunately, this is where we leave Cutaline. We leave them in a much better position, though, to be fair. The GDP increased by, like, what? Check. 4 times? Something like that? Just gonna jot it down on a piece of paper. Right, let's see where we're flung to next. I want somewhere good. Jabal Shamar it is. Okay. He has a tooling workshop. GDP of 113k. That's less than Cutaline when we left them. Alright. You're not in any sort of market, are you? No, but your infrastructure's screwed, isn't it? Arabian Desert, your people are struggling. Mate, this nation's dead. There's nothing we can do. I can't build in it because there's no infrastructure. Wait, why would you create this many? Drop you down to that. Okay, 14 barracks we don't need. Textile mills, we don't have anyone working there, so drop it down to 1. And it looks like I'm destroying the economy, but believe me, it has to happen. Let's get rid of... That increases our infrastructure a lot. Now, how can we increase that further? Do you already have road maintenance? You don't. Well, why would you go for emergency relief? Get rid of emergency relief. It looks like we have some consumption taxes. We do. Why does the AI always do this? Okay, that should take us up to, okay, 7 out of 6. I don't want to go for railways, although if you don't have urban planning, you already do have urban planning. That sucks. Now we can actually move. I can't downgrade you anymore. Can't downgrade you anymore. You're super cheap. You're super cheap. Let's export you to the Ottomans. Just like that, we've created immense amounts of wealth in our nation. It's a good practice, this, actually. Like trying to fix your own nation. Okay, let's go over here. Let's improve relations with the Ottomans and the Egyptians and see if we can't join someone else's market. Because with no like visible infrastructure, we can't do much else. We just have to focus on tech. We don't have intensive agriculture. Yeah, I can't construct anything because it's just going to screw over our infrastructure. Then again, joining the market would also do that because it removes this buff where it's market capital. Interesting. Okay, so if we can get relations with the Ottomans high enough, they'll allow us to join them. Okay, why do they hate us? At the very least, we can drop taxes down to a minimum to free up some money, improve standard of living a little bit. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to force my way into railways as soon as possible. So why don't we create a motor industry? We don't have any of the like necessary things to create a motor industry. We need steel. For that, we need iron and coal. We don't have any of this. We're gonna do it anyway. Don't really... It's either that or do nothing, which isn't a terrible option, I'll be honest. What do we do to increase relations with the Ottomans? Cordial's 20. You can start to see why nothing happened in these nations for a good couple of 100 years. Why are you upset? What do you want? You want protectionism? No, I can't do protectionism, man. We need to export some goods. What do you mean, protectionism? We don't have any infrastructure and you're going for protectionism. We don't have a coastline. What are we protecting from? We have to hope to God the Ottomans have steel. To be fair, even if it's got a 50% malice, yeah, there's nothing. It's just nothing we can do. Railways in 31 months. It does appear the Ottomans are getting bounced. Yes, they are. I don't know. There's French ships fighting. I don't know. Okay, at the very least, what we can start to do is this. Can't do religious schools because we have to have serfdom abolished for that. Yep, no, there's nothing we can do. Now you're gonna have no steel. It's just nothing I could do. I could artificially increase GDP, right? There's a thing in Victoria where I could like keep on just creating new buildings that would technically make more GDP. But that doesn't mean we're actually doing anything. Kind of just a bit fake. What I really want to do is change economic systems, but I need to do serfdom for that. And oh, we have a royal folk now. Okay, bring him in, bring him in, bring him in. Please, God, please, the serfdom has to be abolished. And you now no longer want to. This nation's a write-off. This nation's a write-off. It's done. She's done. Can't have serfdom. Abolishing serfdom. Oh, I need more infrastructure. Why did the AI build so many livestock ranches? Dude, if I could get rid of all of you, I would. Screw it, we're gonna do slaughterhouses and we're gonna import tools. Spain's getting taken out by who? What the hell? Okay, so it's Morocco and Spain versus... It's Morocco versus France. Shortage of tools. My guy. Yeah, okay, we're almost done with it. Technically, we grew it by about 100k. Doesn't mean anything. Our extended family are loyalists. No one else. Just wanted railways, man. Meantime, let's see what you've done. All right, when I left you, you had a GDP of 225. Yours is now increased. Good job. Serbia has increased, I believe, to 4.52. Nice. And Cuba's done 4 as well. Okay, so far, everything's gone well. Apart from this one, which I've had no opportunity to do. Well, technically, we almost doubled the GDP. Yeah, I'm not going to get a chance to finish railways. Sorry, man. I tried. Get me off this one. So we ended at 211. I think I'm going to get a good nation this time. I'm going to count that as not a thing because I'm not playing Serbia again. As funny as that would be, I think I've already done that. Okay, Brazil. Right. Bit more of a power. Let's see what we can do here. Immediately losing money with no real 10.5 million GDP. We managed to change any laws. What's your politics like? Prefer to have this lot in. Switch over to laissez-faire, pop taxes up to the highest, and start to actually construct stuff. What we're lacking massive amounts of iron. See, this we can actually get a hold of. My God, have you built anything? There's just demands for everything. Okay, 160 required for this. How many do you produce? 20. What the hell? 8 of those. Dude, stop making cotton plantation. My guy, really? Okay, anything we can do here? Furniture manufactories, switch those over to lathes. Tools will be an issue. Do we not have... Okay, so we haven't changed any coal-based stuff. We have no peasants. Okay, we're going to make coal mines, and then we're going to use those to switch up our economy into condensing stuff. Okay, apparently I do not have the political clout to be able to force through that. See what else I can potentially do without there being a revolution. Yeah, okay, we're not getting away with that. God, because I have such little time, I'm just, like, throwing myself into things. It's... The best way I can describe this, it's like pulling on, like, wet socks. Right, that's what this is. Like, it's just, it's uncomfortable. I need to import some. There we go. That's what I need. Got price of tool. And what we'll do is we'll do it from now, so the AI mess me up later. Dude, I'll enact census suffrage. Well, I can't because we're massively illegitimate government. But it's that between friends. If I switch you over to this, need 30 more coal. Okay, that's that modernized. Need a lot more coal, but that also brings our deficit of iron down. Okay, perfect. Now we just need some wood, which I think I'm gonna import instead of producing. Presumably from the last. Nope, unable to do that. Now, what I can do though is this. Some decrees going. Such a weird, like, what's wrong with you? Why are you putting greener, like, grass campaign over there? Okay, road support over there. There we go. Sorts our infrastructure issues out. And we got census suffrage. Still got an issue with iron. That's fine. Okay. GDP took a bit of a dip, but we're setting ourselves up nicely. We're gonna see if we can sign a trade agreement with the Austrians. We can police improve relations with them. Get religious schools going. If we can't, sort our institutions a little bit. Do we have the colonialism institution? Oh, declare interest. Okay, let's stop declaring interest there. I mean, if the AI wants to go colonial, we can go colonial for them. Oh, I do not like this. Invalid targets of colonization. By the Igbo. Do not produce any colonial goods. Why don't we? Oh, it's home affairs. Export some stuff to China. It's always a good trading partner. Seem to be in decent nick now. Love to get steel tools. Go ahead and create a steel industry. A motor industry. All right, we're trying to educate our people. We're number 200 worldwide, so it's a good start. Hold on up to level 2. Now, let's go in order and see how our boys are doing. Cuba has a GDP of 4.3, hasn't really done much since last time we checked. Boys, the Serbs have had an economic collapse. I don't know how that's happened. What did you do? Did you get kicked out of the, yeah, you got kicked out of the Ottoman market. Okay. Well, if I had control of you instead of Brazil, then, okay, well, that's just, I don't want to look at that. If I had control of you instead of Brazil, I might have been able to stop that, or at least put you in a decent frame of mind. Okay. Here's the plan. We build a steel industry, we build a motor industry, and we grab sewing machines, and grab mechanized workshops. I believe I have dye plantations. I do. One of these produces 25. We're 25 in deficit. We only produce one of those. What else do we need? We need a lot of wood. We need a lot of wood, okay. Actually, I'm assuming that's because of exports. Check the domestic supply, see if that helps a little bit. Bring it down. We also have some harvesting tools. The steel industry will be up and running. How much steel do we need? I should actually cover it. Right, that's that sorted. Furniture's good. Clothing's good. Luxury furniture. Okay. We're actually in a really good economic position now. Here's what I'm going to do. Import grain. Focus on, yes, maize farms. Okay. Just sort out the grain problem. In fact, that'll sort it out even more. Okay. What I'm doing here, instead of my usual panic and like rush to make things happen, I'm genuinely sitting down and crafting the basis for a good economy. And that will hopefully mean that Brazil should skyrocket soon. Obviously, we've grown it by about 3 million anyway. But I probably could have done more. But like I said, we're just setting it up nicely. God help me if I get landed on Tripolitania. Right, Moroccan GDP check. Morocco will be a fun one to get a hold of. I think I'd immediately invade Algeria. Represent my boy Simo. Trade agreement with the US. Wood's done. Services. Well, we can actually pivot that really nicely now. Going to gas streetlights. And how much do we need? We need 65 glass. Let's do that. And we actually need more clothes and furniture. We're also going to do is attempt to secure our territory back that we lost when I wasn't in control. See, they'll definitely back down. Can't wait for the introduction of primary war goals. If the British get involved, I've just... In fact, they only have 59 troops. I don't fear the British. They don't want anything, so just mobilize and steamroll. 1 year left. Oh god. What laws do you want? Wiki loyal does. I do have a short of ammunition, but that should be fine. Alright, I'll push on 2 fronts. I recruited another general just as the front line reconvened. The Brits, whilst they are ostensibly in the war, are not actually doing anything to help out their little friends. We actually will do this before the end of the year. There we go, look at that. We took it back. Apparently got the path to liberalism. That was an incredibly successful go of it. Alright, let's leave him with... We're not going to be able to get the grain stuff done, that's fine. We need another 200 furniture, 150. Alright, and we leave Brazil in safe hands. Grew the GDP by about 6 million. Set up a really nice economic base, good trading partners, a lot of surplus income. Trade agreement with the US, good relations with the US. Oh, there we go. Let me note down how far I got with that. 16.7. Massive increase. About 50% increase in GDP. This is probably one that you're not going to be seeing much of. We get to see how our boys Cutaline are doing. How's Belongan? Hey, nice. Good job, guys. Right. Trade center, rice farms, dye plantations, livestock ranches. Okay, we don't need the tea. We have the same level 5 port. Okay, so let's see if it actually would have worked. So we need 25 clippers. So in the industry, we're going to go to shipyard, build clipper section. So we've got 42k. We have the same issues. Oh, stop suppressing intelligentsia. Dude, what the hell did you do? Everyone hates you. What did you do? Landed voting. Dude, this nation's even worse than the last one. Like the trade routes. Yeah, why are we importing all this stuff? Gonna mean no one's employed in the trade center. Which is good. Free up some population to go and work elsewhere. Same thing with the barracks. Get rid of him. Alright, we've secured landed voting. Mate, everyone is pissed. But why do you need a port of level 5 size? It's so unnecessary. But extra, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this sort of thing. I'm gonna attempt to import from Cutaline, the only other place that produces ported from the Qing. Why is everyone employed in the port anyway? And the Liberal Party is now definitively ahead. That means we might be able to get serfdom abolished. We rush it through. Alright, in the meantime, let's check out our friends. Okay, there's an independent New Brunswick. Sure. Started with Cuba. Cuba has a GDP of 4.6 mil. You can see since I left how they've been doing. That's okay. Serbia, I can't imagine that you've recovered. Yeah, you've sort of stagnated. Oh, I never checked that Jabal Shamar. Yeah, they've not done well. They kept on continually building for some strange reason. Brazil's GDP doing decently. Of course, we have Cutaline, who are in this region and the richest of these tiny states. Okay, we've actually abolished serfdom. Right, nice. Go straight to interventionism. Okay, we've secured ourselves the clippers as well. I'm so curious to see if this is going to work. Switch it down here. There's no revolution brewing, so I can get rid of stuff. And now we go over to development. Or should free them to go and work in other industries, like the clippers. Okay, nice, that's worked. We have surplus of tools. We're going to use those tools to create furniture and export the furniture. That's the play. I want to do something different than the Cutaline one, because the Cutaline model clearly worked a bit. I wasn't able to fully implement it. So now you have groceries when he should be creating alcohol. Me and the AI are not on the same wavelength when it comes to this, apparently. Fortunately, because of the port, we have a lot of convoys. But unfortunately, we don't have anyone working. Get rid of you, get rid of you, downgrade you again, export to the Spaniards. See if we can't join your customs, you join yours. Can't become a tributary of the Qing, can't become a protectorate of no one to say yes. Alright, we've got interventionism. We can't fall through proportional taxation. I'm desperately hoping this gambit works. Temporary embarrassment. I mean, yeah, that's what this in Cutaline were. Furniture. Good. Switch to that. Loan camp's not fully employed. Nothing's fully employed, so creating more stuff doesn't matter because we don't have the population for it. We do have like one of the best standards of living in the world though. Get migration controls going. Basically my thinking is we need to start importing people. That's why I really want to join a market. Because that'll allow for immigration. And then we can put those people to work. Because they're tempted over by our like standard living worldwide. We make 6 chairs a week. How are there 265 people making 6 chairs a week? Migration control success is 0.4%. I still have hope. And the North CE4 thing, I faced odds like that. Here I am. Suddenly it's increased to 16%. Can you guess when I took control of the nation? Oh god, the end of this year can't come quick enough. Oh, what? Can't squeeze through cultural exclusion. This is so much more of a lucrative endeavor than all of these other things. I'm gonna try and create a communist state in this one. Good luck, lads. Not quite as bad as Jabal Shamar, whose GDP has since collapsed even further, presumably because they have a 4-year-old boy in charge who has a worse hairline than a lot of people. All right, there's that done. Jesus Christ. Okay, next one. Persia. I'm not opposed to that. Decent population. We could do something against the Ottomans. Okay. I didn't even check what the ending was. Okay, on that one. Bhutan. I'd never want to be put into Southeast Asia ever again. 160k. Grew up by over 100k. I'm just creating wealth. You can sign up to my online course on how to secure wealth in the Victorian era today. Okay, what we got going on here? 9K, not done too much. We've got 4 million GDP. Part of a market, your own market. There's a lot of potential in this nation. What are your laws? Interventionism, mercantilism, serfdom abolished, land-based taxation, hop straight to proportional taxation, peasant levies, laissez-faire. No, this is actually a really, really good start. I'm going to go ahead and say I think I can grow it to about 6 mil. It's bold. A 50% increase in GDP in 5 years. I got that. Okay. Only because you have some decent natural resources. Soil-enriched farming on all of you. Intensive grazing ranch. Soil-enriched farming. Do we have any tools? We don't have any tools. No industry whatsoever. Okay. Well, we're going to start out with some tools then. Tools into Briz. I'm going to get that. Get that. Okay. Tools into Briz. I just want to go straight to like steel-based tools. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that's a lot of construction sectors. That's probably too many. Fine, okay, review, get rid of you. Taxation capacity, it's fine. Clipper shortage, okay as well. I assume we don't export too much stuff. We can start doing some exporting of liquor though. I can get a trade agreement with the Russians, that'd be lovely. It's just so nice to actually have population. Go over to Iron Frame, you already are, okay. Because the Russians will crush me if I don't do this. So, we can enact proportional taxation, why not? Got some railways. We're gonna import iron and tools from the Russians for now. Iron, coal. Ugh, it's like having a shower after a long day going up to this thing. I've already hit the 6 mil mark, and it's only been a year. Alright, we'll fix the tool shortage soon. Time it perfectly. 1 week, and switch you over. We're gonna have a deficit of steel for a little bit. You're gonna be useful. Coal's gonna be expensive. You over to this. Get the Bessemer process going. Over to that, give us a shortage, which else to shore in. I've extended our economy quite a bit, but what I've also done is given us more bureaucracy so we can get more trade routes going. That's not going to work. I would like to get religious schools going. Right, 2 more years left. We're halfway through our stint here, and the economy is doing wonderfully. Mexico's still holding strong, holding on to California. Nice. Atmospheric engine completed. Perfect. Grab some throughput. Oh, that is a beautiful increase. See, give me a decent industrial base to start with, and some good population, and I'll get it done. That is a pleasing Italy as well. Okay, water tube boiler. We should. No, we won't be able to get that done in time. And switch out to these though. India owes us an obligation. I'll make it my tributary. Another couple of K per week. A good position. I'm very surprised. 100 and maybe about 200 more tools though. I do want to pop out. I'd also like to see if anyone else would join our -24, -19. We have religious schools, -2. Let's see, before the end of the year, I'll see how many more of these guys I can get in. Set up the economy in such a way that the AI doesn't just freak out and delete everything immediately. We have a shortage of glass. All right, check on our old buddies. Mexico, no, you're doing so well. All right, 6.56. The Cubans have done quite nicely. Serbia, oh god, even worse of an economic collapse. It's getting so much worse. Kutai, still 350, have done nothing. Bhutan have also collapsed since I left them. Okay, and Jabal Shamar staying the same. It's a hell of a Prussia this game as well. Scandinavian form, didn't even realize. Quite a consolidation. Oh, North German Federation form, nice. I don't want to leave Persia. It's been so nice. It's been lovely. Don't make me leave. Right, before we go, let's see, can I get anyone else in here? I've turned them from like an internal power to just, they would accept, perfect. Or from like a minor power to like an actual one. Persian market's bigger now. Could have gotten Oman in, to be honest. Right, well, there we go. The final score on that one is 9.5 million. My aim was 6. So to go from 4 million to 9.5 million. See, where did that put us in terms of GDP? We actually went up to the number 20 GDP worldwide. We started out probably down here. Yeah, we started out around like Tunis levels. Speaking of, Tunis actually done well, 3.3 mil. And it's in its own market as well. All right, Tunis, I see you. All right, here we go. Next one. Well, that does make things interesting with the North German Federation. 123 million GDP. I'm tempted just to ruin it. Now, we're going to go on a bit of a rampage, I reckon, with this lot. Okay, let's see. Per capita taxation. We're actually losing money, but that's fine. Professional army. Census suffrage. We're going to go for universal. Institutions are all good. Actually, my first time playing the North German Federation. Is it? Not sure. Maybe it is. Do I have any journals to complete? German unification. Should we just try and unify Germany? Actually, I need one more. If I can take out Bavaria, I can form Germany. I don't even know what the AI is doing here. I'm just going to enjoy myself. May or may not have not checked that one. No market access in Brunswick. Massive issue. I've just destroyed all of Germany's imports and exports. Back down. Perfect. Okay. The dies. The Ecuadorian market. The interest-wise, we don't have an interest in Southeast. We don't have an interest in China for some. It's always where we need to go to get stuff. But we can go ahead. So immediately form in Germany. Nice. Okay. Let's see. So that dye situation, try and fix the damage I've done to this economy. We have access to like synthetic. We do have access to some of those. I need 200 silk. I'll probably get from the Ching. 2,000 tools. I'll go through and fix all of these. We have electricity as well. Okay. Completed central archives. All right. My God, it's such a weird thing to go straight from Bhutan to this. Don't need more dye. Where are these synthetics? I'm gonna do this. We can bring in sugar. Definitely import some sugar. Don't know if I think I might prefer not having done this, you know? I think I might prefer playing as a small nations. This is a lot to contend with. All right, in the meantime, how's Cuba getting on? 7 mil. That's my little child there. We're not doing so hot. Universal suffrage. I want to check how good our troops actually are. Don't believe in first aid. Oh, we can support even more declared interest. Support 5 more. Okay. Go Persia, Southeast Asia, Northern India, and then the rest of Europe. We're actually making money now. Right. Loads of liquor. That's okay. What are we lacking mostly in? Well, those are 5,000. Those are from trade routes, though. So, got too fast. Coal, is that also trade routes? Yeah, let's do some protectionism with coal, protectionism with you. Okay, let's get some food industries going. Let's also get some extra construction sectors. Now, I haven't thought about it. I definitely prefer this to Bhutan. At least there's something to do. How much do I need for this? 203 more electricity. I need 4 of you. Dude, Germany's such a good state. Who's the #1 great power then? Austria. We have about 500 million GDP. 340 battalions. How many do I have? 290. But are ours better? 1560 versus our. Yeah, ours is better. Okay. Allied 21. Defensive back with Britain. Oh, it's gonna matter too much. Britain doesn't exactly have that many troops, and they get their asses kicked by the Ching. I want to open up the Austrian market. I'll fight the world powers. I don't care. That's a little trickier. I'm gonna mobilize everyone and everything in this country. Oh, good. The Westphalia Galicia front. Gentlemen, we're all about to go bankrupt today as we fight the entirety of Europe. Okay. So I have to fight the French. The British will back out the second I beat the French. All right, so we crack on with this. Blitzing through the British. That's what we like to see. Pushing through on the French side of things. Defending nicely against the British here. And pushing against the Austrians. God, this is ridiculous. It's going to be a close one, this. I'm going to get pushed out, though, unfortunately. Our defense is just ridiculous. Wars cost us quite a lot. As you can imagine, we're losing so much money. The amusing thing is, I'm just going to leave them in this war. Well, that makes life easier for them. So now it's just Austria left. Everyone else is left. This should, come on, you got this. Okay, and there we go. We have to leave them. I think this will be my final one. The last random nation. The last random nation. I'll take Morocco, man. I'll finish off on Morocco. So we start out on 3.3 million. Clearly, life has not treated you well, Morocco. We left the Germans on 174 million, meaning we increased it by 50 million. We don't need any ports in Marrakesh. Let's get rid of all of this. Our market saying get rid of all of that as well. We have lack of liquor, but otherwise we need coal. God, there's no coal here, is there? My biggest gripe. Bought coal from the Spanish. I need dye. Can I not produce dye? No, really? God, we don't have any industry for it. Okay. No tools. Okay, how did you even create a functioning economy, man? Explosives. Apparently we die. Hear that from the Brits. You enacted any... Oh my God, you still don't polish serfdom. Okay, I regret this. This is not a fun nation to be a part of. You get white peace. And this nation sucks. They've done nothing the entire game. So it looks like radical Scandinavia is going to take out Scandinavia. What's radical Scandinavia's politics? Banning slavery and having a monarchy. That's terrifying. It's the exact same. Oh, we bought stuff. That's nice. We just have shortages of everything. Tools we're fixing. Coal we desperately need. You know who doesn't ever produce coal? Oh, you are producing coal. Help me! I didn't even check my diplomacy. Defensive pact with Spain. I have an idea. Why? -1? Dude! Let me in! I've got to increase my GDP such that Spain will let me in. I can't believe I didn't have a single tooling industry. What is the AI doing? Oh, great. British Sahara. That's what you want to see, isn't it? All right, we're going big or we're going home. And I intend to go big. 2 more construction sectors. Wow, the decrees suck. Okay. Why do we have emergency relief in Morocco? Do we get agrarianism? Oh, and Austria-Hungary seemingly has fixed their status. Oh, it's almost my username. Slaughterhouse, we need 140 more tools. It's fine. We're creating industry for our tools. Yes! Okay, right. We're going in. Part of Spain now. Give us access to their coal. Now, we can switch it up with steel. Suddenly our GDP is gonna do a little bit of a skyrocket. Okay, we can't get agrarianism because the USA said no. Radical Austria is now a thing. Again, what makes them radical? Let's see. There's nothing really there that's that different from normal Austria. Oh, Mexico. You had a good run, kid. You had a good run. You did well defending against the US as long as you did. Okay, we have steel, so let's switch over to steel iron tools. Yeah, street lights. Confused as to what happened to Australia, man. There's Australia, then there's South Australia, then there's Western Australia. By the way, South Australia is more north than Australia. You got a revolutionary Australia because it's revolting against the not actually South, but really is the most South Australia. New South Wales, Great Britain's in there as well. The United Tribes also appear. And then Uluru. I'm entering into the final year as I'm trying to grow this economy as much as possible. Taking the final stats. Yeah, bit of a stark contrast. You can see the drop off. And then you can see the point at which I took it, which is here. You can see where it's at now. So definitely a bit of a rescue operation this was. Didn't do anything too dramatic, just because there wasn't really that much need to. As we enter into the final month of this, I mean, would you call it a challenge? El Salvador's in 2 parts. And there we have it. Okay, so final scores. So Morocco went from 3.3 million to 8.9 million. The main impact obviously was joining the Spanish market. So we're going to go individually. I didn't have a pen, so I had a marker. So that's what I've been dealing with. So we started out as Cuba, started out with 1.6 million and ended up with 2.6 million. And since then, they've turned that into 8 million. So they've done very, very well there. Very, very pleased with that. And then we have, no, it wasn't. It was Serbia, sorry. Serbia went from 600k to 1.7 million. And since then, they have dropped down to 1 million, which is very, very sad indeed. At one point, they had 4 million. It looked like they were going to be doing well, and then they just collapsed. Cutaline, we took from 76k to 225k, and it's kind of just maintained since then. I don't think they've done anything with it. After that, we took Jabal Shamar from 113k to 211k, and since then, they've actually, whoa! They joined the Ottoman market. Okay, so they finally put into practice what we were trying to do. Please tell me you did anything with your infrastructure. They didn't build railways. Damn, but that motor industry is still there. Still 300 people working. Good job, guys. All right, then we took Brazil. Brazil now has 23.9 million. We took them from 10.5 million to 16.7. Their standard of living is actually one of the best in the world. They've done pretty well. We even reconquered countries from that. So I'm pretty pleased with that one. I think that was probably my best one. And then from there, we went to the miserable state of Bhutan, which we took from 42k to 160k. And since then, the GDP has gone down to 4k. How? They had a mass starvation event, it looks like. What the hell happened? You had one of the highest standard of livings in the world. What? Ah, you had a revolution. So where's Revolutionary Bhutan, if that's Bhutan? The Revolutionary Bhutan has 64k. It's on a different island, so you can't fight each other, so you're permanently locked in. So basically, you're screwed. And then we come to my golden child, who went from 4 million to 9.5 million, and since then has gone up to 17.6 million, the 16th largest GDP. I am so, so proud of you. They've built universities, they've got full employment in all these little states, look at that, they've been expanding. Oh, they've done well. They've done very well indeed. Definitely my favorite nation. Then we have the North German Federation, which turned into Germany by the end of it. Did pretty well, and then Morocco tripled the GDP, but less interesting. So all in all, quite an interesting challenge. I would highly recommend you give it a shot. It's a very different way of playing the game, obviously, but it is fun to try and fix what the AI has done, and then go back and then lament about the fact that they just screw up what you did right. Why is Luxembourg green? Oh, there's a famine. Oh boy, that's not looking good. That could be a fun campaign play as Luxembourg. In any case, I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have similar challenges that you think I should be undertaking, please do let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Huge shout out to our patrons, most notably Charlie Demerel, Crilly, Flyerton, JDow52, Cargon, Sjalmi, Lewis Wright, Nicole's Christ, QA Shard, Redguard, and ShadowSinger. Your support means a lot, guys. Whilst you're here, you might as well click on another video. I mean, it's literally right there.